Also, let's start. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Rivera and Brandon, which I believe is here, and the everyone else, artist, blender, fellows, brony, ponies, and how they call the females, the girls is bronies, and they are sister, something like that, right? So here I have the script. Okay, we're not gonna use too much, but I see where's the thing here, and now we have great things to show here because I don't know, this is will be totally accepted, but essentially these trees and bush, they are too heavy, so we're not gonna reuse them. It's almost suicidal. And then I bring some Blender kits here, assets, free assets, no need to credit, just get them. So I substitute everything with this stuff. I think that I also made some change to the, so the ground. So here we have this, it's not pavement, we can do better, but there's no time for this. So I added the crosswalk here, and wait. Okay, there's not cut, the street doesn't continue there, but here, yeah, I have cut here. Here there is actually, this would open, I'm not sure, it's like a door. And here, okay, open, it's like that, but need to be improved a little more here. And here, okay, those three lines, we can do something else with them, but for now this will be sufficient to give the idea, right? And yeah, so the way this how do you call this stuff in English are done, they were like straight one aligned, right? Usually they are not aligned like that in I'm not sure, but maybe they are. So usually you'd have maybe, yeah, so I'm not gonna change that, but you get the idea. So I had to broaden up this stuff, like the crosswalk, so that it still looks good. So then the cars would stop here, and this car would stop here, and then there's space to walk from both sides of this stuff, right? And here, okay, these are not in use, so I have to change, of course, the textures. We're gonna give them maybe the same texture of this, I don't know, whichever we can reuse here, it should be fine. Maybe the texture of this bush, right? So these don't have any texture, so this is essentially. Also, I'm gonna add another car, but here we're gonna restart here from where I stopped in terms of the 3D animation. So here, no more layout stuff, just some blocking and mix of blocking and already animation to it. So let's just replay everything so that we know what we are doing here. So essentially, let's go for the camera, no, not here, but in the very beginning.
You know, kid, when it comes to women, sometimes you have to know how to handle them.
I know.
So maybe a few reframings, because I've, with these new assets here that we can see now, they don't lag. We can do better here with the framing.
But it's just not easy,
Now the crosswalk, we can decide better where to place them.
One day I feel like I have the strength and the confidence to actually do it. The next day I'm practically pissing myself.
Well, for fuck's sake, stop pissing yourself.
Fuck you too, man. But no, seriously. I need.
Yeah, so there are lots of stuff to do, but this lot is like about 1/3, almost 1/3 of the scene, the entire scene. So if we can, there's about 45 seconds, right? I think. Yeah, no, it's yeah, until here. Oh, there was a bit more here. Sorry.
No, seriously. I need some help. Listen, Blitz, you're a good friend of Sunset. You happen to have a glorious relationship with Rainbow. Maybe, just maybe, you might be able to potentially give me tips around Sunset where we'll narrow your personal bubble.
Kid,
Yes, so about 45 seconds. So the scene has got almost 3 minutes. So this is not yet 1 minute. There's a lot of animations to do, but if I see it shouldn't take a lot to when engaging full in the 3D animation. And so this is why important the 3D layout, everything, all the assets, whichever can be deployed properly. Now my plan in this stream, so I'm gonna start with the new tip professional. Maybe it works for some people, maybe not. It's a method, Pomodoro, so I'm just gonna get myself 25 minutes and we're gonna work on the during this time. There will be an alarm clock there. It's a timer. After that moment, okay, so I want to this side fix this shot. It apparently looks good, but it's not good enough, I believe, because here there's some step here that is a bit awkward, but here there's some sliding that maybe not here in the beginning, but I can fix that indeed. There's a sliding here. And yeah, so we'll start with fixing this. Maybe here there is the idea that maybe Brony is getting too far away, too far away from him, from Blitzstrike. Blitzstrike is also walking maybe not in the right direction. So I intend to move the cars will stay well where they are. The next shot I intend to be also working on here, maybe bringing a new car, or no, maybe we bring a new car here, like I'm thinking a yellow car, maybe stopping just to give some, it will be arriving from here, yeah, so stopping so that we see the dynamics here, which is interesting, right? I don't have the car yet, but I think I'm gonna just reuse this or the other car, right, and get it a different color. This one is deep blue, marine blue. We don't see it now. Yeah. Uh, all right. So this is what I intend to do. So it will be not a very long. It will be more organized. And then for the break, we can chat a little. If you have anything, we can, and then we wait. You're only stream. No, 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 Brandon. This is like a Pomodoro method. It's just a tomato, right? It's just you get 25 minutes of work, like a focus. Now we lost some already, but I can refresh this. It's fine. And then there'll be a short break of 5 minutes, maybe not totally 5 minutes. In principle, we should do nothing during this break. And then after you come back with 25 minutes, doesn't need to be exact as well, but there's this more or less proportional element, right? Basically, you are swapping between one and the other, right? Alternating. And but yeah, so and then you can repeat a lot during. It's very productive. I don't mind. Yes, yes, I don't mind. Neither do I. So this will be different than doing nothing, but it will be adequate. So let's start fixing this thing here. We're gonna bring the rigs. We need. Let's get this thing here. I hope I'll be able to see everything accurately. Let's bring this here. This here. I need this. If I had two screens, that will be much easier to organize, right? But here that should be enough. On the chat here, I think now this time you're seeing the chat. Okay, so we can. It's easier to see the time it takes, the delay for. Okay, so the footsteps, the direction each one of them is walking, but the most fundamental thing right here in this shot is the position of Brandon as he moves to the. So we're gonna make some radical change here to the root, so it's okay. Let's bring him. Let's bring the root here. Let's see what happens now. Ah, it looks like we have some weird keyframing here. We don't need this keyframing of the... No, this is a camera. Okay, this is not the case. What we need is the... not the camera, but... Brandon, why don't I have the... Okay, it's here. All right. So exactly. So we're gonna bring... So this is the last frame. So we're gonna just bring it here. Not good. So we're gonna bring it here. So we're gonna just destroy the... It doesn't matter what we have before. We just want to do something that makes sense here, right? Ideally, you would like this to be moving straight, but we can do this diagonal motion. It's fine. It will cause a little more problems for fixing this fit. Oh, I have a trick. Okay, we're gonna... So we're gonna lock this thing here. Okay, we're gonna lock the root bone here. And that means that no, that will give too much work because I have to move everything. And the foot is moved. Yeah, it's sliding. No, I can't do that. So unfortunately, this will not do well here. So we're gonna just keep this and do our best. So what I can do still is just change the transforms here manually. So I'm gonna give like if it is this value here, we copy, we want the same value here, which is already the same. Okay, so actually no, it was not. All right, now he's walking straight, so there it will be easier to solve this sliding, right? So let's fix this horrid sliding here already. It's okay, it's not a walk cycle here that is... it is dismantled, so I just need to... Okay, so there's a technique to do this. Let's see. In principle, this would require a baking solution, but I don't like to use those stuff. So we're gonna just have... I see lots of focus here. We need to get the inbuilt feature, previously an add-on. So we want to get the foot, key master. Okay, here, copy. Then we go to here, and we're gonna paste the selected keys. All right, quite better. It's still sliding for some reason. And then this doesn't make too much sense, so we can just... Okay, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna push this back. We can change here the animation. Okay, it is sliding too much. Let's do something like this. Insert keyframe. We're gonna copy and paste the selected keyframe. That should... whatever. Okay, that it's not ideal, but if we see the shot here, or maybe better here, no, it's not very... here it's not noticeable, just after, yeah, there's a sliding back. So This is easier because the foot is just about to leave the ground, so we just need to get this tip position here. I can, for example, get this idea here. Let's no, it's not like this. Okay, something like this. What is making the foot go nuts like this? Go back, then forward. Yeah, so this is one of those. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna leave the foot, make the foot leave the ground just about here. So we don't bother with it anymore. And so the passing position here, and we're gonna change the timing here. Reset GZ. Why not? Let's change here, doesn't matter anymore. Oops, very bad motion, right? So yes, so we don't need him to slide that much, right? We could just make, okay, so we're gonna dismantle the root again. We're gonna make it stop like here, and shift D there. Okay, so the root stops here, and then I will get his last foot here, footstep to. First, we're gonna avoid this, yeah, we're gonna avoid this these keyframes here. Something bad. Oh, it's interpolating with the last one. So this is a little problem with, I'm not sure if it's a problem with the approach I'm using, but I have to, in the end, whichever it is, I need to like separate this, which is from another shot from this. So there are many ways to do this. This is, right now it's a problem, but so I'm gonna just keep those keyframes for now, but we need to remove, yes. So I'm gonna just duplicate this and place it here. There we go. Of course, maybe it would be nice to have some small sliding here and then duplicate here. Okay, so get here. And now we just continue. Yeah, this amount of sliding might be natural or good enough, right? So here we got this one. We of course we need a breakdown here, another one, so we can remove this. So it is having here. Okay, then let's see, maybe it's his less step, so maybe slower. And of course here what's happening is because same, we need to propagate this to the These cartoons are funny, right? If you try to do some pose with them, they become all awkward. And I think this can be used in favor of the expression. It's not too easy, but yeah, it's kind of interesting what you can do with the characters sometimes. That's why I'm exaggerating a little, right? It's the way they on purpose, right? Okay, I think this is getting fine, right? There's some sliding here that is not so good. Let's see here. Let's see the chat. Sorry. So no, chatting. Well, for fuck's sake, stop pissing yourself. Yeah, that is right here, right? Let's listen to this. I think it is here. Yeah, shot 08 currently.
Well, for fuck's sake, well, for fuck's sake, stop pissing yourself.
Fuck you too, man.
Let's yeah, more things can be achieved here, and but for now, yeah, we're a bit far. I won't be able to address this shot here in this stream, but that will be good when we are there. That will be fun to get animated. I'm not sure exactly of his gesture. Um, But I'm thinking it could be a lot of stuff, right? It's very open field. Okay, so where is the scene? We are again. Let's back to the camera. It's not here. Let's go back. It was here. Okay, this one. Control home. No, here. There we go. So yeah, in the camera. Oops, I think I messed up the camera. No, it didn't. It's just there's a different camera angle. Should be reframed. Yeah, should be reframed. Oh, there's a mistake here in the. Okay, so we want this one. Fortunately, I already tested off with this approach here with the single action for the entire scene. It requires some backups, right? For now, let's make a backup actually. How would that be? Backup. Yeah, let's make here a backup just because this is a scene version where I already updated these assets, so that will be cleaner to work with. It was not uploading. Okay, so let's see what is missing here. Okay, the foot of Brandon is just sliding to the side, so instead we're just gonna now it should be fine, and it is going up and then it's going down, which is not horrible, but it's a bit weird. So I'm gonna change this. Let's also check what it is doing. Okay, we see the motion. Okay, this is the facts are here. So we need to the foot is no, it does not floating. Okay, so it's It's taking time to update. Okay. Okay, so I don't need this keyframe here. I just need to make sure that we get some approximation. Then for this one, we're gonna not. Okay, this is fine. Just some clipping here, but not really relevant. And then the breakdown, right? So here we're gonna check this again. Motion path. Okay, now I have a good arc. Here it's a bit messy, so like for this keyframe is not necessary. I'm gonna change the keyframe and yeah, good stop there. The shot is about to end, right? So this is fine. And his foot could be just anything here. It doesn't matter. It's the last step before the car, so maybe it's trying to be careful. Oh, it looks like they walk in sync there. From this angle is a bit funny. Okay, now this for Brandon feet seems to be fixed, but let's see if in the beginning something here. The way to watch this, we better watch from, yeah, I need the passe-partout. Yeah, we need to, otherwise we can't be sure. Yeah, there's some sliding, but we don't see the foot. It's really not noticeable. So I think if something could be done about that, just to, it would be just delaying this foot, right? Or maybe instead of delaying, let's say that we have this foot position here. We just want to maybe grab this copy, and then we're gonna try to paste here. Let's reset this. Then we go back for the foot, copy, paste, and paste again. Okay, so there's just something here that we could also, yeah, we can bring this back a little. Okay, that sounds good enough. Let's see from the camera now. Saving. Yeah, no, this is good. Nothing It's too fast. It's impossible to notice some. It's not that awkward anymore, I think now. There is a camera tilting here. It's because of the focal length. I think I just messed up here. It's always happen. No, it's not the focal length. So it's just a camera keyframe, wrong keyframe here. Accidental. Just delete here. There we go. Okay, then Brandon's body, the rest of his body would be this needs to be. It looks good in my opinion. Thanks. Yes. So this is that part seems to be working. It could be perfect, but right, it's not that easy to solve this kind of animation. That you need some add-ons or some techniques, specific approach. Sometimes some approach. Um, It's just whatever you do, it's like whatever you do is like it's not that like magical. It's still very painful to do certain stuff in Blender, in the current state of Blender. In comparison to that, certainly there are software out there that can do this much easily. At least I'm not doing a lot of countering animation. It's one of the worst things that one could do in 3D animation, having to counter 3D animation. I was doing that almost. So this, because of the angle of the camera, we can just ignore this, right? And that is working good enough, right? Then for the hands, I need to expand this because I need to be looking at this one. Yeah, I have to hide the chat a little, but I'll be trying to watch it regularly. So here we get here. Let's rewatch this. Okay, so the left hand of Brandon is always a bit stiff here, so we need to unstiff it, get it some more interesting motion here. So according to his footstep here, this arm should go, and I don't want this, I want actually to be on the rig, yes. So where is Brandon's key? Okay, so here is the keyframe. So yeah, so because we changed something on the foot, right? So what we're gonna do, it is okay, excuse me, Mr. Let's try. So we need to hide him for a moment here. To see what's going on. Okay, so this was he sent the arm forward, and here, okay, I see here. Let's bring this arm much more to the back here. And where is the pole target? Should, oh, it is here, right? Okay, also let's change this arm here. Okay, this looks nice, but let's bring it back downward. And then it swings like that. Okay, let's just move this Let's try this. All right, then. Okay, so here we could try something. Yeah, actually, this we're gonna remove this keyframe. We're gonna just work on the last. Yeah, we're just gonna work on the last here. Pull target last. And here also. Okay, now we have this, which seems from here maybe we would like actually to do something wrong frame here. Actually, let's do this instead. From this angle, I think this will look better. And this hand, yeah, okay, that seems to be, wait, is this? Yeah, let's try something like this, right? All right, this position of the hand is not too close to the knee. Let's not, let's try something else. Okay, this sounds okay. There is some too fast motion here for the right hand. The motion is good, but we don't see, yeah, we don't see we're not seeing it from a good angle, so it's not very interesting. So we're gonna just whatever tilt this, tweak this, whatever way to give something more interest. Yes, maybe something like this. Also, why not? Let's leave the keyframe there. We're just gonna make change to, yeah, let's do this. And what is this pose here? This used to be a breakdown, like an extrapolation. Yes, we can do this. Let's use it here. Control E. Just a little, yeah. Here the other hand, still gonna tweak this a little more. Maybe we can use the same technique. As the hand is doing. Yeah, we can bend this a little more, like here, maybe. Okay, I think this should be good enough. And for the why he's looking on the other direction, because he will, I don't want him to look at the direction of blitz strike yet. So it's like another car is coming, and indeed another car will be coming, so he's ahead of time. And this is another shot, right? So I think Brandon expression, facial expression, right? This is something that will worth addressing here. Just let's see if there's anything, or maybe no, there's barely nothing to consider. Yeah, next shot yet, but not this one. Okay, so what we can do from here is just pick everything and keyframe, and then we can make this constant, right, for now. Then we going to also get the rig layers, gonna get the face stuff, and also keyframe them and transform them into constant, just in case. Okay, now we can return, and we could do something about the torso and the spine. I think this working mostly good, right? There's just this tilt here, maybe it's a bit too mechanical. So this could be improved perhaps with a although from the back view there is no value to this. So it's not like it's causing okay, but here we could try something else, like yeah, like we could try this and duplicate this. Yeah, this makes sense. Leaning to that direction, yeah. Okay, so that means that, okay, anything we can do with this, maybe we can just delete this and try to delete this too. Yes, so it's smooth, but we're gonna make maybe a breakdown. Okay, this can work. We just need to see if there's anything better we can do about this arm. Okay, something like this, a bit more interesting. About fingers, yeah, fingers. So here we are going to keyframe those things because wherever they are here, otherwise we cannot edit them properly. And here we're gonna get this here and this here, yeah. As for the fingers, on the other hand, there's some stuff that maybe you can do. Yeah, like same thing, right? From here, we keyframe everything. Then I don't know why it's not like. Then here we get this. Maybe here we just get this. Okay. Yeah, it's so subtle, doesn't seem to. Okay, that's enough for Brandon. Let's see the. Yeah, this is a bit too fast. Is the last thing that I guess I'm gonna edit. So no need to have this hand go that far. And here, what is this for? Yeah, it doesn't seem very relevant, so I'm just gonna do a smoothing more to the end or more to, let's try this first. Okay, this can work, but I'll try the other way around. No, this one is better. It's a slow out, I think. Yeah. And it cuts like suddenly, but that's fine. I like when it cuts in the middle of the action, then you can resume the other shot with something else entirely different sometimes. So now for Blitz Strike, what's happening to the timer, I think? Okay, this thing didn't work for some reason, or I didn't hear the sound properly. Okay, so can chill a little. So there's this go chat. If there's any question, anything, any idea for what's going on, feel free. Anyone to uh to use the communication. Let's see also if I can show anything here, or if there's anything new. I just came with an epic idea for animation note. Interesting. Animation note, yeah, on the script, right? What would that be, by the way? Yes, if you want to share, of course. What if Brandon looks back when Blitzstrike says, the first chat talk dialogue of Brandon is this one? You know, kid. And Blitzstrike walks over with his arm behind his back. You know, kid, and Blitzstrike walks over with his arms behind his back. Walks over, meaning, let's see. phrasal verb to treat someone badly. Okay, or like, well, okay, walk over. Okay, so and let's walk over him with his arms behind his back. Do you mean like Blitzstrike walks over Brandon with his with Blitzstrike's arms behind his own back, right? While and he comes from behind him. Oh, I said it, yeah. Surprising him with his arms behind his back. You see, I don't know any pose. Yeah, interesting. Let's see if you know. Okay. So the thing here would be the one problem that I have having an issue, right? Not a problem, is an issue, is a challenge. Sometimes there are the time of the audio, right? To get certain expressions and certain posing with the timed audio, right? It's sometimes we have to uh, decide to change some actions to fit in the time. Otherwise, so for example, I believe that this idea that you bring is very interesting. Yeah, I think we could use it, but the problem here is that I think there won't be time to enough to get the entire idea, but maybe we can have half of it or 1/3, something like that, right? So for example, let's see what we get here in the timing. Hold on, let's get this here to stop, to get easier to see what's going on. Okay, or maybe not easier, but I like to look it in this way here. Okay, let's play again.
You know, kid, when it
Yeah, there is if I get Blitz Strike in here already instead of, yeah, because this shot is horrible right now. Not so much the framing might be mostly okay, but
you know,
yeah, so because I'm gonna address Blitz Strike in this shot here, so already from here I was thinking maybe we can do something like his passing position towards Brandon's behind, right? And then he would be around here. Then he could do, let's say, let's imagine.
you know, kid, when it comes, you know, kid,
Yes, it can work. Yes.
you know, kid, when it comes to women,
I think there is time enough for this. Let's see, but I haven't read everything. Let's see. Good idea. I like that. You see, I don't know any pose. Yes, you know. So now you know why there are lack of animation notes. Yeah, so there's some freedom of creation. I prefer him putting his hand on my shoulder. Okay, so I have a decision here. Sounds good in my opinion. Yeah, this was the original. Um, this idea that River had was like making him sound a bit more evil than he might already be, right? Blitzstrike. So, like, maybe not evil, mischievous, how to call it. But I don't know. I don't know exactly the personality. I think this can be changed a little by the way the things are done. But they would give different um, different results, right? I think both things will work. Here I don't have any expression on him, so nor on Brandon, so this is something yet to be worked on. So the facial expression, right? So okay, we're gonna stick to the arm thing, but we're gonna, yeah, change, of course, anyways, the what's going on, their pose, especially blitz strike. So here we're gonna maintain the walk. So let's move now to fix. So fixing animation, yeah. So fixing can take more time than making the animation. So it's I having some lot of work here to do in fixing because of these walk cycles that that need to be blended into the action, the new actions, right? So this is time consuming, but it's almost ready now. So we're almost going to the real, to the other actions here, which also need some fixing because everything is messed up. Okay, but this one is getting in shape. Welcome, Texas Red Drone. Yes, welcome back. So here we're adjusting this one, right? Oops, what is that thing? Okay, anyways, I got. Okay, time to address Blitz Strike Rig. So now rig, now the his bones, right? So what we need to do, there is a tilt here which is not good on his left foot. There's something wrong here, it's messed up. So here we're gonna watch from this, and here we're gonna watch from here. So I just need to fix this, whatever is going here, I see. So there is no need to have this foot doing this. So we're gonna get like this. Let's get here to get some more balance. All right, and then there's a crazy flip here. I don't know what's causing this flip. This is the, there's this bone. Where is the, why I have this channel selected? Where is foot IK? Okay, so it's here. And there is something very weird happening to, it's like it didn't keyframe. This looks like something. Is this because of this or this? Okay, I have no idea what is happening to this foot. Maybe, could it be a mistake here? No. No, this is not working anyways, this feature, so it's not this. Sometimes there are some mysterious things. Okay. Maybe this foot transforms are, no, they are all busy. They are there. Scale is not working. Okay, so okay, I have no idea why this is doing this, but we're gonna just okay, whatever. We're gonna do frame by frame then. Sometimes this is something about the rotation. Yeah, it's some rotation, probably some quaternion thing. Quaternions, yeah, sometimes that have. Okay, now it's almost good, but here I want the passing position to land. And from this, we're gonna mark this spot here, the 3D cursor. Let's save. We're going to keyframe this, yes. Then we're going to okay, we're gonna simplify this. So just gonna duplicate this, and it's not like this. We're gonna copy and paste, okay, because the thing is not responding for some reason. And then it's because of the root. Okay, the root, right? So what we do to fix this, we're just gonna bring the root back to this. Gonna insert keyframe here. I'm gonna stop the root from moving, and also stop from here. Okay, so now we can address this. This is not 3D animation. This is like struggling with 3D animation. This shouldn't be like that, right? This is super technical. It's not really what I. Yeah, okay, I don't need any of these. So what we're gonna do is to expand this here. Okay, there's still one motion of the root. Okay, now it's planted on the ground, so we're gonna now from here we're gonna pivot. We can rotate here and decide what we want here, something like this, fast enough. Then here we don't need this, so we're just gonna bring this back here. Okay, now this is perfect. Okay, and yeah, so now it's very good. Okay, so here the right foot of him is not tilting too much here. Yeah, there's a strange, this is happening because you need to change this one maybe. Yeah, it's just still too fast, so we're gonna just change here a little. Then here, yeah, so for the last one here we can just maintain this orientation still. It will help visibility. There we go. The translation is better now. It's just one frame, but that's will interpolate the rest in a more smooth, more interesting way to watch. Animation, like it's a lot about the. It's also about the art of frame by frame stuff, like what. Okay, so if you ideally, I think like this sometimes, like if you can get every frame or almost every frame, not just the keyframes, but every frame looks like painting, right? Good in composition terms, then you can have great animation, right? Because everything has aspects that can be memorable in some way, even though with exceptions, of course. Sometimes you want to totally distort everything, but if in the distortion, like the limb bendy limbs, the break of the joint technique of whatever. Those things, like even these distorted frames, they can also be created in beautiful ways, even on the frame where it's everything distorted. So that's way to think about animation. It sounds overwhelming, but it is not. If we, of course, don't, you can change the interpolation manually, right? That will be a disaster, but you can at least try to get them blended in a better way. Not because of the physics, but because of what it means in terms of the creative motion, right? So it, okay, so for his legs, I think it's good enough, right? How the sounds good in my opinion. Yes, yeah, okay, we already addressed that. And how do I think it's how this is spelled. Okay. Now the body, right? His body is not doing anything too special. I don't know the body language because used in the end of this shot is really very minimal thing. Here there's some very radical action that is going on, but I believe this is just because we need to select everything here about him. Where is the bone? Control face and insert all the keyframes here. Turn everything here into constant just in case. So now we can tweak those things. Let's see. Oh, he's already getting, yeah, so looks like we're getting some creepy distortions here. We don't want this expression right now. We want to keep these ones. So for that, we're gonna select them bones. A lot of bones here. That matters for this. Okay, let's think invert, select mirror extend. Okay, let's also pick this and this, and we're gonna shift D, no, so I need these ones. All that is selected here is Control K, select under frame and Shift D, bring them to the last frame of the shot, and doesn't seem that it had worked. It doesn't. What is this? Okay, I see what's this. Okay, I just need to bring this forward. Then it needed to follow the torso, and we're gonna adapt here. And we are also gonna, so here we can do, I think I'm gonna twist his torso towards Brandon. This is incorrect. Where is the other one? Here. Wait. Something is not correct here. Okay, this, there we go. this finger doesn't need to be like that. Okay, yes, this works. And to conclude, yeah, we're gonna use the torso. Yes, something like this. Okay, so here you need to be careful because this could mess up a lot of stuff. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna rotate the torso with these hands and with the pole targets, I guess. So I'm gonna have to use active element. Not sure this will work for the animation. It doesn't need to rotate entirely, just a little, and the head. Yeah. Okay, we need to, yeah, maybe he looks first to. Okay, just the head here. Something like this. Here what's happening is that the pole target is in a bad spot. Yeah, this clipping is probably not important in this angle. Okay, so we need to pay attention to this tilting of the smooth this out, right? The entire thing. Ideally, you should pose the arms only in the end instead of here. I'm not sure this is necessary. It was probably breaking the. Okay, so we are getting somewhere here. It's a bit too fast still. So maybe to reduce this, we're gonna make a trick here. We're gonna reduce this torso here twisting. We're gonna instead use this one as the final. So it's will be about to, yeah, we need to improve the look. It's like some preparation, and better if we also already make him looking, and here we can do some old technique. So here we're gonna look to the other side. and then look to let's make this take a bit longer, maybe about here. Then we're gonna and here we're gonna bring this here through looking up, why not? Okay, let's see. It's too fast, so too much motion right going on, so we're gonna simplify. Gonna this maybe is fine. Maybe remove this. Okay, maybe here we don't exaggerate too much. I'm looking at here, right? Okay, this can work. Have bones. Yes, many, lots of bones. This rig, I'm gonna convert it into a rigify rig. Same that I did with Rainbow Dash. I started with the custom rig just like him here. And then it turns out that I find out at some point, wait, this is of course I didn't do that custom rig from scratch. It's a template that I had, so I just reused it and had to adapt, right? Figure out a way to adapt. But then I realized that wait, this when I finally figure out how to build from scratch the rigify rig, which is the case of Brandon, I didn't know at the point, so I had to readapt. And so turns out that making the having all the rigs more similar one to each other is, especially the names, but not only the names, right? Will facilitate in the future, like if you have a walk cycle, for example, for Brandon, then we can easily transfer that walk cycle to another rig. So this is why the rigs should be a technical reason, that it could save time. Here that wouldn't have helped too much, because anyways I wanted them to have very different walk cycles as it came out, right? So but it can be useful. There might be many situations where we might want some. Okay, so I just don't want him to be, the strike to be leaning too much to the other direction. I don't know what is making him. It's his spine, right? Yeah, here. So we can just not exaggerate that too much. There we go. That is better. Okay. So now we can continue here, and the arms, right? It's a bit messed up, but we barely see. It's a shame. It will be better if we could have, we could see something about, but I can't figure out. Here we are able to see that he might have the here this a bit too far ahead here, right? Here, this one. Okay, this might be a little better, right? And yeah, who cares about the intersections here? Yeah, just get good, just good enough, right? To make sense, right? Maybe if I can make these fingers, let's see, show here. That could allow us to, yeah, it's too fast, but maybe you have a glimpse of the pose there. Okay, I'm gonna do one by one because there's some. Okay, I don't know why I'm having this trouble here. It's I tested the rig and it was not having this kind of issue. So now something maybe because of the linked over, it was having some difficulties, but here this should be much smoother than it seems here. So okay, let's do F key then. Whatever. Okay, so like the mechanism that existed for solving this easily is not just failing. So Blender is always like that, by the way. It's very hard to not have tons of little minute problems here and there. And even though they are getting uh, things better, right? It's very common, right, to have some and but this doesn't mean that we can't make great projects with it. Yeah, you just have to get used to the to things get going wrong, right? and and finding the solutions that are less tedious and more productive, right? Okay, so this shot seems to be good. Oh, the hand starts to appear there. Okay, let's just move this one then closer here. Yeah, if I make too much change to this, it could ruin what I already had done. Yeah, the thumb works well here for the Auto I key, which is what I wanted, by the way. Okay, but we don't need it. So here the fingers, yeah. If we can improve this pose here, that will help. Yuck. The fingers are getting all. This is very weird. I don't. Maybe it's the version I'm using. I need to test in a different character. Anyways, it's just a very simple thing that. Okay, here it worked. Attention not to spike. to um to injure yourself, bro, with your own clothes, costume. Okay, so here, almost. Good, good, good. Okay, so I think, is there, if I can show his fingers already from here, that helps. Okay, that makes a lot of difference already for the shot. Here doesn't matter, but here it matters. So if I can get the fingers, the fingertips showing here from behind, right? This is a great gain, because then we already know that since the beginning we are able to spot what is going on, right? Yeah, if I can not mess up the entire. I have to animate here, look at here, and have the other eye looking there. Yeah, so stuff like this, right? Come on, stop glitching. I'm very excited with Blender currently, because soon there will be Blender 5.2 LTS. That will be awesome. I believe it will be awesome. Okay, so he's swinging his fingers, but it's okay. He's swinging his body anyway. So just here, maybe before the end, let's look at the chat. Then we got some. I was wondering, what if we were able to have Rainbow Dash slowly spying on the two from behind a corner as animation note? Yes. So where is Sunset Shimmer at? In this scene, she doesn't appear at all, apparently, but there will be Rainbow Dash. So they're essentially Brandon. This is scene 2 of episode 8. So I have is here. So scene 2, she would be, Sunset would appear in this episode. I don't know in which, not in scene 1, which is not the what I'm doing. So I'm doing scene 2, which is all this. So it's Brandon, Blitz Strike, and Rainbow Dash. Scene 4. Here, there's another scene already. Scene 3. Okay, looks like scene 4. If someone, I don't know who is gonna do scene 4, but there's Sunset here. In the meantime, during lunch, the real Sunset Shimmer, not Raspberry, is out arguing with a cashier for getting blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she'll appear later in the episode. Yes, already on scene 4 apparently. And this idea, Rainbow Dash already lurking around. Yeah, I like the idea. What do you think, Bruno? She could appear, for example, lurking, if that is of interest, right? She could appear from any, actually even from the very beginning, she could be lurking on a tree. No one, behind a tree, no one will see, right? Maybe someone that rewatches, I don't know. So she could be hiding behind a tree since the beginning. On every shot, she could be somewhere like find Wally, find Rainbow Dash, right? But it will be too distractive, right? So we need to be careful. And like she could be there, for example, start appearing here, or maybe not here. Oh, maybe behind that bush. Yeah, that is interesting. And here I think not, but maybe here at some point would appear as the scrubbing. I think we don't have the option here for. Yeah, need to be the whatever. So she could be here, and here maybe not. Yeah, so there are many opportunities if you wanted to do that. I don't know. I would see what I like that. There are plenty of spots to hide indeed. Uh, she is known for stealth. Yeah, good argument also. Even though it is not in the script, we can make our own animation notes. Yes. So I would. I was thinking before if we could get in this thing some updates to the script to help, because when I enter the script I usually don't download it, I just read. So you have to find scene 2, so it's boring. So if you could just I can't edit, right? I could I don't know if the script is, yeah, probably no one should touch this version, but we could have a guide like no, it's not guide, it's called the summary, right? Then you just click the scene, it it's a link to the right, so you can get the styles, right? So it's very handy. I've been using this, so you can have this as a style of title 1, something like that, and then it automatically goes to the. I know if I have access, I can make the summary, the index, but yeah. Then we could add some validated change, like in a new color, like something like this, right? So we don't touch what is already there, we just add some, but this is of course probably we need a secondary version, right, to be able to compare. Anyways, so apparently Brandon wants to adopt this idea, right, of Rainbow Dash lurking around. So I just am not sure yet when, and how many times, and what she, yeah, just lurking, right? So she could be more than one shot. I think it's funny because it's preparation for something like that would happen. It will increase the comic aspect of the entire scene, right? I think this is a good one. Maybe the very beginning, yeah. So many points here, as long as it is not over distractive, right? All right, so we can make our own animation notes. So I mean, even though I suck at animation notes, what are the animated notes? There's just the description or in the text of certain, like this points to her black eye. Is that what you mean? Animation notes, animated notes? Is intrigued. I think it's fine the way if that is. I'm not bothered about that because the good thing here is that it just essentially gives the most important things, and the rest are open to creativity of the whoever is doing the 3D, making the 3D animation. So I like the way that is done, right? What do you think? So that's what is, I mean, even though I suck at animation, no, so maybe the animator could have greater freedom under supervision of both creators. Yes. Uh, yeah, this freedom already exists, but of course, if something is bigger, a bigger change like that of adding the lurking rainbow dashes, lots of things that's very intuitive. So, but usually I tend to mention when there's something, a new idea, something that changed. Usually I try to follow the script, but there are things that since they are not in the script, so they need to be made, right, developed somehow, and there is no explanation how that would occur. So this is just free to be done in some way as long as it doesn't distort the main idea. Yeah. But that is only when there are no animation notes. Yeah, the only thing I suck at is camera angles and discussing how the characters move because I don't know every pose. Yes, I struggle sometimes with camera shots. I'm still uh, looking to improve my camera cinema camera abilities. Right, I had a lot of experience with comics, right, with storyboard, but for some reason, especially because the camera in Blender, they suffer because you need a camera rig to do the proper motion, because right now I don't have it. So here we got, I mean, even so, but this is only one around, so deleted message. I'm not gonna try to read it, but what do you think? The only thing to discuss in the that's the problem, because usually those things are done in a storyboard, right? More recently, well, depends on the project, right? So animatic storyboard, story reel. So there's camera, so it's not necessary to be in the script. I think it's could be counterproductive also, because when you're doing the script, also certain things might work in visually in the mind, but it might not work in a storyboard and on camera. So it's weird, right? It depends on the art of the creators, of course. And I've been through that a lot of times. I have some idea, then I try to implement it uh, in the scene, right, in whichever project, and it doesn't work as I felt. Like the framing, a lot of things don't work the way it was expected. So with storyboard, it's easier. Animatic storyboard as a problem. So I think it's okay without camera things. And we did not with these notes here for this is good enough. I think hands up. This is a good posing, right, idea. And then this opens up a lot of possibilities of because there are various ways, I think, to hands on hips, right? So there are lots of things that can. Uh, it's an umbrella, right? So this is good, right? I think for a script of this kind. Maybe she can secretly follow the two as they are talking. The camera shows her for a few seconds smirking. Yes, yes, yes. Good idea. As the camera switched to Brandon and Blender and Blitzstrike talking. Yes, in a certain shot, maybe when she's closer to striking Blitzstrike. Brandon Sunset out to visit Rio one of these days. Brazil is very nice. Oh yes, interesting. That will be in animation, right? But the scenery for that, or do you mean Brandon the real Brandon, or Brandon the in the film, right? The series, and I think you can continue from there. Yes, currently the best shot that to do this kind of thing, I believe would be something when they are talking. So just here, replay.
You know, kid, when it comes to women, sometimes you have to
So there is too fast for this. There's nowhere to hide and smirk all that. So.
women. Sometimes you have to know how to handle them.
And also in the beginning, we want more to be introduced to what they are, the topic, right, or the mood, right?
I know. But it's just not easy, you know? One day I feel like I have the strength and the confidence to actually do it.
If this shot lasted longer, or if I could have more time with the bush in the shot,
The next day I'm
but
practicing
it's too fast. So, but she could appear there, smirk, but
myself.
Well, for fuck's sake, stop pissing yourself.
yeah, she could have fun here, like what I'm gonna do to a blitz strike in a moment. So she could have some her own smile here, right? She could be already trying to. Maybe she could be already trying to do something evil with him, but she figured out there's no, there's too much, right? We'll see.
Fuck you too, man. But no, seriously.
Oh yes, this shot, totally. This shot, there's enough time to do a lot of stuff because you see.
Stop pissing yourself.
Fuck you too, man. But
Here
no,
they'll be
seriously.
walking here.
I need some help. Listen, Blitz, you're a good friend of Sunset Shimmer. You happen to have a glorious relationship with Rainbow. Maybe, just maybe, you might be able to potentially give me tips on.
So here I could change make some camera motion. Maybe there would be some ways to, let's see. Here she could be hiding behind that bush, right? And I could, if there is any reason to, I don't know what goes after right now. Let's see in the script. So that will be scene 2. Oops, not this. Scene 2 here. So here, yeah, I think. Yeah, so there's a lot of talk here between them, and so there's still, yeah, so I don't have this laid out yet, but she will attack here. So it's after a very close getting to this, right? Yeah, so this is the last dialogue I have there. Way more than I already do on a personal level. Also, around a kid, the main way to a woman's heart is through two separate directions. But what if treats Welcome, I but instead of middle war like a love potion is suggested. That's where common sense comes in. Kid points as long as you have common sense, you are good to go. Right, thanks, no problem, Gabe. Thumbs up. So this they might be in another place already, maybe entering very close to the entrance of the school. Then Rainbow slowly approach the two from behind a tree. There is one tree here actually, and looks at Blitzstrike with a she what says Blitzstrike having conversation before. Surely says, "Ooh, Blitz," and then Blitzstrike turns out the look of okay. So that tree is that one. It cannot be another. I won't add another tree here. We'll try to use this. I just don't know where we could use this other. They're already here. Maybe we can push them here. Yeah, here they'll be too visible. So here is another spot. Here is two, yeah. And here, yeah, so she will attack. It will be somewhere around this area here, I believe. Yeah, it's hard for me to figure out. I need to read the whole script because reread, right, because it will depend on what she will, all the sequence of this chasing that will occur, and this sequence of what you can use. It can give some ideas, right? And I think you can continue from there. Yes, in art style of Equestria Girls, I can make that Brenda's character and sunset. Ah, I see. No, that's great. The scenery of Rio, I think, or something, if I understood properly. She can walk. That'll be awesome. She can walk behind the tree, then the She can walk behind the tree, okay, good idea, or behind the bush and the tree. We're gonna, because the tree is very big, let's say, it's hard to see someone out walking behind, so this is a problem of the asset. But we can do this, yes, if her feet appear is good enough, right? There are many ways to do it. It's just not that simple, but okay. She can walk behind the tree, then the camera can show her peering from behind the tree where it shows her smirking. Or bush, yes. One of the two. And I was thinking that during the time when Rainbow Dash taps him, her taps are a way of luring him out. Oh yes, okay, that luring tapping the taps, yeah, in relation to this. Okay, that's a good way to hide where she knows he can't see her. Yeah, so yes, we can use some, like maybe he's too close, right? Blitzstrike is too close to the tree, right? Maybe, yeah, so I think I'll try to maintain this shot in the beginning, like to show where they are, but they might be keep going to more safe place to talk intimate stuff, right, like that. And then at some point they get in a bad spot because precisely, this is also an interesting shot, right, because at some point they will be exposing themselves to evil, to this Rainbow Dash thing, right? So yes, good ideas. Okay, that will be good enough to for the next inputs, right, on the animation. So here, what we got, I think I've got finally achieved this shot here in terms of all the of everything, right, that matters. Let's just play it again. Okay, I just see one problem maybe is that oh wrong yeah, so Blitz Strike is ends up looking in Brandon's direction, and that should be good enough because now we can go for the next one finally. So shot 2 is completed, and now this shot,
You
right?
know, kid, when it comes to
What is happening here? Okay, of course, this is a new.
you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women,
I will watch these two all together.
you know, kid, when it comes to women, sometimes you have to know how to handle.
I know, I know.
You know, kid, when it comes to women, sometimes you have to know how to handle.
I know, I know.
Okay, good. So, fellows, I would very much like to continue. I just, yeah, but it's very late here and I need to rest. But I'm gonna just do a little tweaks here and this, and then I should end the stream. This technique is not working because I haven't heard the sound any time, so this thing is cheating on me. But so anyways, let's close this. I'm gonna make some fixes here, right? So I'm gonna start with Brandon. Yeah, Brandon needs to lead, I remember, because
You know, kid, when it comes,
his position matters more to define
you know, kid, when it comes,
what the hand on his shoulder.
you know, kid, when it, you know,
Okay, so we're gonna get Brandon's rig. We're gonna hide this. Where is, okay, all his bones are here. We are gonna select all. We're gonna keyframe everything. We're gonna also get his face just in case. Keyframe everything there. And we gonna some rigify bones I just don't use. It's a mess to have all those things here. Let's get I need to take notes of this for the next time. Okay, so here what we need to do is to, yes,
you know, you know, you,
okay, so we're gonna look for his hands. We're gonna rework these poses to get a different. So the torso is okay, something like that seems good. Okay, why getting this
you know, kid,
Okay, this is good. So we are here in frame 141. Let's see. Thanks, River, for the insights. That's good ideas, good exchange. We can collaborate on having funnier, uh, funnier stuff going on. Yeah, it's always cool to. I love that to be able to collaborate in creations. Uh, where she knows, yes, exactly, the bush thing and or tree thing or both things, right? Now in the script, Rainbow Dash flies into the sky and lands on top of a building before dropping down on top of him. Yeah, we know the building now. So she can, I think Brandon mentioned something about last time about her jumping instead of flying. I'm not sure if I understood properly, but yeah, she can fly, she can jump, she can do anything to maybe a ninja thing, like to do a yeah jump and disrupt, obliterate, blitz strike. Ah, look at this column here, this pillar. It's a column. No, it's not even a column. It's something else. There's an architecture name for this. So it's a column that is built in the wall. So you could be on jump from the top of it, just like something special, right? Number, circus number. So that can be improved. Funny part, right? Now in the script, but maybe what if she climbs the trees and dumps onto him using the tree since the wings won't work? Yes, the tree can be also used for this. No problem, right? We can use the we can also use the clock tower. um, Interesting sighting, right? Yeah, we could use the tree also. Is just that the tree, well, yeah, we can totally use the tree. It's closer, so yeah, there's the advantage that it's closer, right? So we don't have to. But if we want a really radical thing, we could use even the clock tower. We are so Blender back. Yes, welcome, Camel Camel. So, but maybe we should claim the tree. I think each choice here has its characteristics. All Rainbow has to do is activate the geode and her wings appear. Yeah, but someone has to do make the wings or implement them. Is could be a bit tricky. And she can fly up to that clock tower. Yeah, so this will be the reason why maybe use the column or the tree or maybe this part here or this part, yeah, so or pillar. I love how there is a Christmas tree in March. Yes, I realized the worst part then was that I had to add this is March then. I didn't know. So interesting. So here is I had to, when I duplicate this, I couldn't take off the star because yeah, and then every single tree would have the same star. Sort of boring, right? But it didn't help to make this tree asset less heavy. Look at this, right? So yeah, let's start. So we're gonna, I think anything there would be good enough, but Yeah, if we could avoid the wings, I would like that because of course the wings are great, but the problem is that they don't exist yet. So this could delay the completion of this scene, and I believe there would be opportunities to. But yeah, I can do these wings, there are many things already to do in this scene. Like you see the cars, the tree, this there because it's a big scene, like so, and so because lots of things happen during there are a lot of things that maybe, oh look, we could have something else here, something is missing there, uh, and so yeah, the because it's a very big large scene, right, and long scene in some sense, there are lots of opportunities, oddities, right, that we might have to add stuff. So it's a scene that needs a lot of careful implement extra implementations. So the wings would be one of them. So that's why, and it's the worst part is that this relates to rigging. It could be made without too much rigging actually, but then it would be kind of limited wings. I'm a bit scared about that, implementing wings for Rainbow Dash at this point. So I think if we could avoid the wings, it would be better. So maybe the clock, that would be too much. But the pillar maybe not, because she can climb this without. She could climb even there, right, without the wings. And since it's cartoon, maybe she doesn't even need the wings to do all this, right? That's a lot of detail for the Equestria model, girls model. The wings, so sounds good. Maybe she can, if she can climb the tree and then just jump down, maybe Brandon can hear the ruffling, and that is when Rainbow shushes him. Yes, we can use the tree indeed, or she can shush him before climbing up the tree. The tree, I mean. Yes, the tree, indeed, it doesn't really seem to correspond too much to the, yeah, I can't edit this, but actually these are just leaves. They seems to be, I'm not sure, I didn't examine the asset thoroughly, but it's scary, right, and it's really heavy, and I'm not sure what is, if it's just the textures or the excessive faces there. Maybe this is, yeah, you see, it's not even one leaf, is just actually various faces, so it's even more complicated than that. Yeah, so it's a huge asset, and the bush also are very tricky. I think it's because of some alpha transparency effect. I don't know, maybe it's the shader, because their meshes don't look very complicated, but they are also very laggy. So all these bush and trees very laggy. So that's why I had to remove them from the, even link duplicate, it's a mess. So adding these ones, that will be better. And after, when she shushes him, Blitzstrike looks confused and turns to see what Brandon is looking at. Yes, only for Rainbow Dash to be gone before he turns around. Yeah, so yes, indeed, the tree or the bush or both, right, certainly can be used for these effects. Yeah, because it's good to hide good stuff to be doing the. So maybe at some point Blitzstrike will be about here, right? So he'll be victim of the bush and of the tree and of Rainbow Dash, which could hide below, behind, because she's so fast, so she can quickly swap between the everything, right? Also, she's smaller than Brandon, so she can also use that. She could even hide behind Brandon at some point. And yeah, so yes, exactly. So we can use indeed these three to do all that. So doing her jump from that will make too much. It would be fun, I think, still think to, because the tree, it's harder. No, we can make her climb the tree, but then it will be weird if the tree doesn't move. I think we can move the asset though, but not the way that will be ideal for a tree. So anyways, we can just ignore she will be there already and just, I have to check this asset here. I can't really check in here, but yeah, good ideas. Certainly we can use this spot here for the lesson, then the rest of this side if we yeah, she can jump from the tree. I think it's good. Without the wings is a good thing. And poor Blitzstrike, he can never get a break from Rainbow Dash. No, he won't have any break this time. At least not this time. Not even Decimating can save it. Yeah, I don't really want to try to simplify this asset because it seems that it's kind of cool looking, right? But unfortunately, it's very heavy. But just having one of them is the only one of this kind. It's not that expensive, so at least we have this advantage. So they added just enough of this to not make the scene gigantic. Having her climb the building would be cool, but at the same time she would be exposed. Yeah, because all the child has to do is look and say, what are you doing up there? Exactly. And also it would bring too much attention to some other place, right? And so also making her jump here the distance, it will be a bit weirder than from here, although it will be weird too. So I think still need to think, but I think I'm gonna certainly use the, let's see what Brandon think it's best, right? But I think here is the only way right now to make the thing better is to use the tree, maybe the bush, and maybe Brandon, so that we can do all those things using this kind of spot. Yeah, that should be cool because here there's a lot of things I can use the stretch and squash, the bendy limbs there is in Rigify to make a hand maybe suddenly get anywhere from behind the tree, right? So the branch, that's interesting, right? Not a lot of place, but it's managed. I feel like it's manageable. So in reality, I don't think her climbing the building would be a good idea. Yeah, there are some inconveniences. Our best option would most likely be the tree or maybe even the statue. The statue, yeah, the statue, but they are already here in the idea. They are hidden, right? So it's too far already. It will be difficult to return there, I think. And if they stay here for these shots, it will make lesser sense, like, because here we are really close to the way, right? So I think it's not good. I think it's like a smuggler thing, right? So everything is happening in the secretive way. I think it cannot be the statue. I think it needs to be around here. Yeah. Fluttershy, what doing up there? Yeah, and everyone will be able to see her, not only Blitz Strike, so that wouldn't be very good for the skull direction, right? it will be a bit exaggerated, right? She's not invisible, right? Rainbow Dash. So, dude, you got some time up there. I got some clients with paying tenants. Are the Rainbow Dash. Oh, just fixing some leaks. I missed that. Oh, yes, that would need a lot of more text, right? But it's interesting. That would be funny to have this kind of dialogue. Because the bush is not high enough to pounce on Blitzstrike. Yes, this is not without getting noticed. Oh, that's what you came for. Fluttershy, go get my checks. Rainbow Dash, see ya, Fluttershy, I love you, Rainbow. Wait, you get the reference. Hmm. I can't. I don't have the enough understanding of the context, but sounds good stuff too. But I think we won't be able to implement this unless we can convince Brandon. But yeah, it's funny to think all the things that could happen in the stories, right? Um, trailer GTA 6 trailer 2. Oh yeah, the game. Yeah, I haven't played the game, but I watch a lot of things. But I know I don't have the. I would never be able to figure out that out. Yeah. So, fellows, here, I think yeah, let's just return here and do this small animation fixes, right, for Brandon, and then we yeah.
You know, kid, when it comes to women, kid, when it comes to women, sometimes, kid.
Okay, so we need to address his head. It's very weird here. So why these bones are very weird? We need to change this to Control K. I hate this shortcut. I'm gonna change this to Bezier.
Kid, when kid.
Yeah, and his head is not. There's a breakdown that doesn't seem to be working very well. Oh, just moving this closer. Maybe. Or maybe. Yeah, this is good. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so glue the head here. Yeah, because there is the neck also. So neck and head. Neck. Why not? Let's just neck and head. No, bad spot here. Okay, this is good. Maybe this one. This little. And here we're gonna make a breakdown closer to the end, right?
When it comes to
It's a bit, everything is a bit too fast here, so we're gonna pick this and this. This should be here, and then we're gonna get this scale. Not that much. Okay, this might be, no, it's still not satisfied. Let's try this. Okay, this is good pace. And then from here, let's get the torso. Why the torso is here moving weirdly? Let's get it back here. We can also grab now the hand. The hand this thing we can readjust. And here about this hand, we can also relax. Yeah, something like this. And here, maybe do this, right? It's trying to lean forward to. No, this is too much. That is enough. So here we need some reaction maybe. Okay, so and relax. Okay, and then let's see what else.
When it comes to women, kid, when it comes to women, 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 when it comes to women,
Women. No. No. I'm scared. I'm pissing myself. So sometimes let's see. We even have plans for the Blitztry number scene. Yes, we have plans. Oh, I missed something. She just finished it. He made plenty of progress. Random. When the hell have you been? You haven't really made much progress this stream. See, no offense, of course. Yes, actually, what we did here is because the other scene, this was there are a lot of block out, right? But it was very messy, right? And here what I'm doing is really completing shots. Like I completed this shot by fixing. So this shot 02 is like clean, it's done, it's ready. So if I the thing is that by doing this it is much faster to do these preparations, right? The 3D layout. But if the way I was doing adding stuff, right, was a bit too chaotic. Yeah, it seemed progress, right? It's good progress. It was in terms of story reel, let's say like this layout. But then in terms of animation, right, it doesn't solve much anything actually. It's just conceptually, right? Just to anticipate. So this is what actually make the this is actually one shot that is like it's completed, no need any more fixes, nothing. It's clean. So this is good progress because any of this all these shots here that existed like the okay, but what about the real animation, right? So and so this is very important to have one shot, actually two shots, right? This one, maybe we had rainbow dash, but okay, one, two, so three shots. So yes, so fixing, I had to fix a lot of stuff here, and so it gives the impression that it's not a lot of progress. It is not, but it could be much more productive if I started out with more cleaned stuff, right? And so I need to be more careful, right, on the next things that I try to start animate, right? And this is why I need to. What happened to the arm here? Is this? And we were discussing also something, but anyways, this stream I was intending just to achieve this shot, fix some other stuff, and essentially perhaps something else, but it was yeah. So I need to get good the layout, right, and without too much attempts of blocking, because these blockings, if they are bad, is they may uh, incorrect animation, right? It just takes longer to fix than later, so it's not very good. So need to what I need to do is to start out with more clean stuff, right? With or without blocking, right? It's not about the blocking exactly, it's about the trying to solve everything at once, like with the framing that needs retakes, the yeah. So this shot was the first shots here were really complicated because of the wall cycles, the cameras, and yeah. And these are more free to go now. It's just about organizing, right? This now more about the acting, which is much more interesting, right?
You know, kid.
Okay, why I'm still looking at this shot? I don't need to.
Kid.
So that's what is going on, right? So let's go. Let's see. He made plenty of progress. Brandon, what just let's finish this. No, not shot two, shot two. Yeah. However the hell you call it, yeah, shot two, 02. He did. Oh my bad. No, it's fine. It's really, but its blocking is it can be really fast, right? I just did some not so good like how to say improvised stuff that all along, right? That's why adapting to live streaming is complicated because this So I need to do a lot of work offline, and then it's better to. So by the way, Brandon, I was focusing today on getting those extra stuff, right? Because they are important to centralize, right? The the action and other stuff, right? To framing. So I had to solve some. This is a mistake. It shouldn't be there. And then I didn't bring too much fixes to the animation, right, offline today, but yesterday, Sunday, right? But I fixed this stuff, right? Yeah, as which will help a lot in the building, right, of this animation. So, okay. So here we are fixing,
You know, kid, when it comes to women,
giving Brandon his
you know,
final actions. We even have plans for blitz strikes. Sorry about the being slow and reading the chat. We plan on using the tree. It is perfect. Yes, good ideas for the we had with for the poking of Rainbow Dash onto her favorite victim. Ooh, Blitz Strike. That would be this. Let's see how this audio is like. I don't remember.
you know, wrong crowd, and always be honest with one another. As long as you stick to those two directions, you have nothing to fear.
You do make a good point, but hear me out. I instead ended in the middle of the war, like I was in blood yesterday.
That's where common sense comes in, kid. As long as you have common sense, you are good to go.
It's about
Right,
you.
thanks.
No problem.
Whoa, Blitzer!
Oh. Very funny, Rainbow. Huh? Ah, so you want to punch war again, huh?
This is just too fucking good.
You know, kid,
Yeah, it's ended. Yeah, we wanted to do somewhere around here, right?
huh?
This is just too fucking good.
Unfortunately, no, this guy.
I know something is going down, and I will find out.
Whoa, Blitz
This,
Strike!
oh, this sounds like a big jump, right, with the sound effects, right? So I think maybe it's a task for not the tree, maybe it's higher, right? From the sky, right? So I don't know how to do it, but we need to think. Yeah, so this absolutely was necessary to read to watch this. You can explain our plans that we have in mind for Blitz Strike and Bush Scene, which would be incredibly hilarious. Yeah, I can picture it now. Yes. So there's that I did in like a kind of random, but yeah, we can visualize lots of things. I think the sound of the bush was very funny. Here we could get some stuff going on, right? Ooh, Blitzstrike, and Blitzstrike looks up as his eye go wide in shock. Oh yes, that one. Yeah. She's on top of him. Yes, that will be.
Do you want to punch? I know something is going down, and I will find out.
Whoa, Blitz Strike!
kid.
Okay, that's that's something like that, right? So there are a lot of possibilities. Crazy. So, but there can only be one in the end of the version. So choose wisely. So we have to figure out that. But we have some interesting ideas going on besides the original script, of course, and the audio. All right, so fixing this still
Kid.
no, just here, right?
Kid. When it comes to women, kid. When it comes
So here the hand. Let's see what we get here. We have this one torso. Okay, let's use the torso here as a reference for we could do it the hands right now. I'm not sure. It's a subject that interests Brandon a lot, or at least at this moment. Oh yes, okay, we're gonna get something like is that I cannot show his gaze. Okay, then let's pick these finger things here, expand mirror and insert keyframe, insert keyframe. Okay, then we get yes. So this could be interesting. Maybe we can add, if it's too weird, or just add just at the very end. It will be less noticeable. Let's see. Add this is this. Okay, then we gonna return there and control K, then shift D and just secure it again. Not exactly what I was willing with that. We need to, the fingers are not doing the job here properly. Now let's ignore the thumb. And yeah, of course, maybe we need to try something else.
Kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to
Yeah, it starts too soon, so we're gonna move this to, yeah, I probably have to recover those. With the hand also. Oops, not this. Okay, G.
you know, kid, when it comes to women,
Yeah, I'm gonna move them about here.
you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women,
Yes, we can bring something like this, but it needs to be very subtle. And of course, this in between is not working at all, so there's need to do something else.
you know, kid, when it comes to women,
I don't know, just experimentation
when it
maybe.
comes to women, when it comes
Oh
to
yeah,
women,
here at the very end, when he mentions women, now something arises. And the actual talking scene. Is yeah, so and the actual talking scene, because it will be switching between Brandon and Blitzstrike and Rainbow Dash creeping closer to her victim. Yes. Yeah, so this will need some. It's good to have these ideas now, because then we start reflect, even if we don't have the blocking the 3D layout right yet, we already start getting familiar with things that can happen and how they can happen. So when we get to the actual blocking or the, well, whatever, the animation, then we have already a lot of things to play with. Okay, so here this is not good. I don't know why they are reversed. Okay, when it comes to women, When it comes to women.
You know, kid, when it comes to kid, when it comes to kid, when it comes to women, sometimes kid, when it comes to women.
And we need also some other reaction for the body, of course, the head, the expression, yeah, a lot of things still to be considered.
Women, kid, when it comes to women, when it comes.
Let's get this point here.
When it comes to women. When it comes to women, kid, when it comes to women. Comes to women, kid, when it comes to women, kid, when it comes to women.
The something about the arm here. No, it's this. It's probably this thing. That is not good.
Comes to women.
Something about this torso. Oh yeah, I should probably start keyframing the shoulder bones here. Getting some separation here from the yeah, no, but it's not really helping with the framing there.
When it comes to women.
I like that the arm here is okay. Let's just move this then. Yeah. I think I've misplaced the no, this seems to be right. Okay.
When it comes to women, kid, when it comes to women, kid.
Yeah, I messed up some of the posing of this. Yeah, actually I just need to do some breakdown here, and then no, this didn't work. Okay, with this I bring it here. There we go.
Women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women.
Maybe changing this still. Yeah, this part is good, right? Like lowering is a bit strange. Let's try this.
Women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women.
Okay, let's try to just duplicate then.
You know, women, you know, kid, when it comes to women.
Yes, good, something like this. And maybe just to maintain the we're gonna try to make some changes here. This we're gonna just move up, move to the side, bounding box actually. Yes, then we delete this and very subtle.
Women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women.
Yes, okay, this is arbitrary, but I like this. So then we have for Brandon, I think we are done here. Maybe if there's anything else, that would be something about the shoulder here, but no, I think this can be just fine. Yes, okay, so we finished Brandon. Maybe, no, there's still the face. We might, yeah, but this will be too much details for today. I think we got to, also I'm gonna change the position of everything there. So I think that will be it. So at least the whole body, essentially, except for the head, the facial expression of Brandon is done here. Then we need to then fix something about the framing. Yeah, a little to the left, to the right, something that have to this side. So because now I have these three, so maybe we could get like I could even get them closer. Now we'll lose some stuff, so we can try different things. There's no zooming here, right? So we need to rely. Yeah, it will be very if we change anything on the framing, it will be, yeah, we could frame Blitz Strike a little more, maybe. Is that gonna be any good? Oh yeah, okay, so there is interesting here. We want to frame the asset there. There are many good stuff to both feet of Brandon. Let's see what that does.
You know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when, you know, kid.
Maybe we need to yeah, there's some gain, but there's some loss. So let's get zoom in. Might allow us to get a little of the best, right, worlds, as they say. So we're gonna keep this, and then we zoom in from maybe here. Then we can focus more, right? Let's get this lamp. And I don't know what's on the other side. Here, of course, it is a Pxy.
You know, kid, when it comes to, you know, kid, when, you know, kid, when, you know, kid,
Maybe not here, maybe slower.
you know, kid, when it, you know, kid, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid,
It's weird when the car passes and this
you know,
moves in.
kid, when it comes to,
Yeah, so maybe we could get something like here.
you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women,
It helps us focus on Random's hand, maybe. Yeah, I could try. And also his face, right?
when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes,
Or we can totally make, we could also try constant,
when it
let's say.
comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women,
That can also
you
work.
know, kid, when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to women, you know,
Yeah,
kid,
I like this.
when it comes to women, you know, kid, when it comes to,
Good, 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 good. So we have a better understanding here. Should we frame? Yeah, let's try this. American
when it comes
shot.
to women, you know,
Cowboy
kid,
shot.
when it comes to women, you know, kid, 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 when it comes to women, you know,
Okay, that's a. I think this is a interesting improvement. Um, okay, fellas, thanks for watching. We need to close the stream now. It's too late, and I intend to complete this shot tomorrow. Yes, then we'll have this one. A lot of things to do here, right? And framing, and also on the animation, of course. Then we have all this. Yeah, I think we can achieve some improvements here. Maybe not complete this one, but yeah, complete this one, then try to complete this one. It's kind of longer, but there's some speed. Then here, I want to reach to tackle this one, right? We'll have to reframe some various stuff, and maybe we can reach this. Yeah. So maybe tomorrow I will be able to work on this already. Maybe not complete this one, certainly want to complete. Shot 3, shot 4, try to complete shot 4. Try to address various things on all of them. Of course, I'll try to work on offline and do as much as I can, right? And then this one, when we reach this one, this should be already like in a different mood, essentially, of the scene. In my understanding, we reach the other side of the school, right? As they stop here, right? Then here we are going to the talks, right? To this secretive conversation. until we reach the condition of the other mood, and then we are already, when rainbow dash will appear, then we are already in the half of the scene, right? And this is where things will get tougher. 2 minutes, right? About here exactly. And 3 minutes here. Is this correct? Here the shot, the scene will be already finished. Why does this feels? I don't understand. Okay. Longer UV video editor. Let's see here. Where is my audio? Channel 1 here. Audio track. Yeah, exactly. So 3, 1, 2. Oh, okay. But why does it looks like that this is the 1 minute? It's much bigger than the rest. Is beyond me. I don't. Maybe it's just an illusion. Yeah, it's just an illusion. Okay. So my objective here is to reach this part, right? The second minute, the change of the mood, the second change of the mood when we get to rainbow dash. When we reach there, that will be a good spot. I think this would be achievable on along the next week. I don't know exactly when, but I have a sense that it could be achieved by Thursday. Yeah. If that is achieved on Thursdays, at least on Thursday, that will be very good. Already on Thursday, but we'll see how much that I can push this. We're gonna focus a lot offline. Gonna bring some. There'll be some skipping here of production data, right? See you next time. Thanks, River. Pleasure to have you around. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow, man. I need to reduce some time of the streaming and do more work online. See you tomorrow, bro. Thanks, Brandon, and thanks everyone. Thanks, fellows. I hope that was inspiring. And today we got some interesting progress, but not that much regarding the layout. And that's it. Thanks everyone that participated. See you again tomorrow. I think we're gonna stream too. So see you around, folks. Have a nice week.